My name is Gretchen Howard, and I'm a partner at Google Capital. Today I'm visiting the offices of Gusto, formerly Zen Payroll, one of Google Capital's portfolio companies. I'll be speaking to the CTO, Edward Kim. How are you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
Good, thanks for talking with me today.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to start out by asking you a little bit about your background. How did you get started?
I remember early in high school, I always wanted to be a filmmaker. And so I applied to school with the intentions of studying film. And I think I got accepted as a film studies major. And somewhere between my freshman and sophomore year, I had friends that were taking a bunch of CS classes, and they kind of peer pressured me into taking like intro to computer science classes, and I was like, okay, let's take it, and I took it, and I fell in love with programming. Josh and I were the same year, same major at Stanford. We were both studying electrical engineering, and so we had a surprising number of classes and labs together. We had kind of gone our own ways after college. He had also started his own company at some point. Something really interesting happened where we both decided to kind of run the San Francisco half marathon. I did it out of a whim.
A whim, no training, just showed up to run?
Yeah, not really. It was a bad idea because I couldn't walk like 3 days afterwards. But I actually ran into Josh, like literally ran into Josh at the starting line at the half marathon. And I had not really talked to him for a few years before that, but that was kind of a starting point where we started getting coffee together, hanging out together, reconnected a little bit, and one thing led to another, and then we ultimately decided to start a company together along with our third co-founder, Tomer. My first company was called Pickwing. My co-founder and I started it back in 2008. One of the things that I think we learned is that it's really hard to start a startup. There's so many administrative and back office tasks, payroll and benefits and accounting and all these things that kind of make it less fun. My father is a doctor, and he started his own medical practice. My mother helps out in the office, so she does a lot of the back office, the payroll, the insurance billing, all the accounting. I just grew up knowing that this is a huge pain in the butt for so many small businesses out there, like the one that my mom and dad were running.
Eddie, so as a CTO, what advice do you have for other CTOs who might have to work with venture capitalists?
I think one thing you want to look for is a venture partner that will not just be a bunch of finance guys sitting around a boardroom, but can actually contribute and connect you to people in the technical world that can help the engineering organization solve some of the biggest problems that they have. And having a venture partner that has a kind of a technical basis is really helpful. There's kind of 3 different things that come to mind that have been super helpful in working with Google Capital. One was our search for building a data science team. So Google Capital is really good at first asking questions to understand why we want to build a data science practice, and then kind of saying, okay, this is what your data science team should look like if this is what you need. Secondly is a payments architecture review. Google Capital was able to pinpoint out of the entire like Google organization, the perfect person for us to speak with. It was this very senior engineer at Google. We're implementing many of the changes that were recommended to us, and I think it will help us to scale from 5 billion in payments which we process today to 50 or 500 billion. And then finally, a security audit. We handle a lot of social security numbers, EINs, bank account numbers, salary information. Google is known to have amazing security, and so we were happy to get these guys trying to find weaknesses in our system.
Great, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.